Brother Schrodinger, the invaders, they're among us!
We must sacrifice ourselves in order to save Chastain.
All right, which flavor would you want?
Hey, no cutting.
Cherry.
Cherry it is. Kool-Aid. Who likes Kool-Aid? Just get a little bit of this going. There we go. Good. Delicious. Right. There you go, buddy. You're ready to go. Next. Yep.
This stuff tastes like poo.
He's kind of funny. A little sour. Kind of bitter almost.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
You gotta fight it.
Yeah. Ugh. This is gross. You have to drink it all?
Yeah, we gotta be polite. Whoa. Did we just black out? Oh.
What you just saw, ladies and gentlemen, was the end result of a cult.
Over 900 people died in Jonestown just like us.
Today we're going to examine how manipulative they are and how they persuade their followers. The first cult we'll be examining today will be the People's Temple, also known as Jonestown. This cult was led by Reverend Jim Jones and eventually led to the deportation and settlement of its members in northwestern Guyana.
Let me get a little background information on the People's Temple's location. It's located in northwest Guyana, heavily wooded. Nearby airstrip gave Jim Jones the opportunity to have anything he wanted imported. It was highly secure by his settlers. The only way to get past them was to get permission by Jim Jones himself. Jim Jones made everyone feel like they were loved and wanted. He would prey on the weakness of the people in his church to gain their trust and control of their lives. He used adaptive intellectuality to portray himself as everything everyone wanted. When a few followers who became suspicious left the church and leaked information about the mischief that had been occurring, Jim Jones moved his church to Guyana and formed Jonestown. Jim Jones did not like visitors in his temple, and when Congressman Leo Ryan came to investigate Jonestown, all hell broke loose. Some of the followers left with Leo Ryan, and Jim Jones sent his own followers after them. After the congressman was killed, the whole congregation drank potassium cyanide-laced Kool-Aid, and the rest were injected with the deadly concoction.
Alright, next on the agenda, the Manson family. No, not Marilyn Manson, guys. Charles Manson. Manson used his charismatic personality to get his followers to do drugs. While under drugs, his followers were more likely to do everything and anything he commanded. Humans being habitual creatures, listening to Manson became second to nature. Manson believed in an idea called Helter Skelter. He took this idea from a title of a Beatles song. He believed that Helter Skelter was an apocalyptic race war, leaving him to believe that one race was superior to another. His followers were composed of a few men and a majority of women. He found that his charisma worked a little bit better over women than men. He then isolated his followers from the rest of the world, leaving them to believe that all they had left was him, and to carry out his every demand was all that they could do.
Charles Manson was an aspiring songwriter who had befriended Beach Boys drummers Dennis Wilson. Dennis said that he will have the Beach Boys record a song that Charles Manson wrote. When the song Charles Manson is currently being held captive in Corcoran County Prison in California. He was captured and tried, sentenced to death, which was later overturned to life in imprisonment. To this very day, Charles Manson is still alive and still has followers out there. Producer Roman Polanski, and was currently occupied by Sharon Tate. Everyone in the house was murdered. Reason? Being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sharon was stabbed 16 times in the back and chest. As Sharon was being stabbed, she reportedly begged the murderers to spare her life for her unborn child. Charles Manson is currently being held captive in Corcoran County Prison in California. He was captured and tried, sentenced to death, which was later overturned to life in imprisonment. To this very day, Charles Manson is still alive and still has followers out there.
The Raelian movement teaches that life on Earth was scientifically created by a species of extraterrestrials, which they called the Elohim, which were mistaken for angels, cherubim, or gods. Raelians believe messengers or prophets of the Elohim include Buddha, Jesus, and others who informed humans of each era. The founder of Raelism, members claim, received the final message of the Elohim, and that its purpose is to pacify and inform the world about Elohim, and that if humans become peaceful enough, they may join them.
Raelians is a UFO cult led by Frenchman Claude Borilhorn, a former race car driver and journalist who renamed himself Raelien after supposedly being visited in 1973 by a member of the Elohim. He says he discovered through this meeting that his father was an alien, and claimed he was taken in the flying saucer to meet Jesus, Buddha, and Joseph Smith, the founder of the Mormons. Raelien now describes himself as a prophet and claims that cloning will enable humanity to attain eternal life. Members being recruited are brainwashed, and sex is used as a coercive tool to gain access to the finances of those in the group. During recruitment, members claim they watched highly sexual shows aimed to convince prospective members. A member once quoted, "We talked to a lot of homosexuals who said they joined because it's the only religion not to condemn them and they feel more comfortable there." A prospective member admitted having a hard time keeping his wits about him due to the seductive atmosphere. The Raelians capitalize on the sex-oriented culture of today. They draw in many gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transvestites. The Raelians capitalize on the sex-oriented culture of today. They draw in many gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transvestites in due to the fact that this religion accepts all people no matter what sex orientation they are. This creates a sense of trust that is abused and exploited in order to make profit for the cult leaders.
Cults like the Raelians still exist to this very day. They are dangerous, manipulative, and plentiful. We are delivering a message to help prevent harm to any more innocent people.